everybody for being here. This is first off a great opportunity. We are, of course, a little bit short on time, which is all good because we're going to make it work. But I'm just excited to be here. And, one of the things that, I wanted to really say to you all is first off, thank you so much for showing up, and showing up for yourself. And you're not doing it for me. You're not doing it, for your parents. You're not doing it for nobody else. You're doing it for you. And when you show up and do something difficult and take time out on your own Saturday, like that alone says a lot about where you're going. And so, we actually just witnessed last night the actual USA Olympic team, the men's gold Olympic team. They've won a gold medal. First off, shout out to them, right? They overcame adversity. One of the most amazing things about this is that they understood how to close the game, how to actually make the win, how to bring home exactly all the efforts they have been making and make it count. So that's what we're going to talk about today is exactly how to close, right? And we're going to close, this chapter, of our life, from last year, right? We're going to close off this chapter as we go into a new school year. And so one of the things that we have to know, when we're talking about closing is knowing the score. We have to know the score. Where are we at right now in life, right? Where are we at right now when it comes to, our schoolwork, as far as, hey, I missed, a lot of schooling with the pandemic. That was a struggle for me. And, where am I right now as I enter into this 2021-2022 school year? Where am I right now? Am I exactly where I need to be? Am I on my A game? Or am I behind? Like, I need to know that, because if I'm not aware of that, then that may cause me to be lackadaisical. I'm a Cleveland Cavaliers fan, and many of you who watched the finals in 2018 knows that in game one, J.R. Smith grabbed a rebound at the end of the game, the famous J.R. Smith play. He grabbed a rebound at the end of the game, and he pulls it off the rebound. He could have put the ball back up, but because he didn't know the situation, he thought that they were up. He thought that they might have had a timeout. He pulls the ball back, and next thing you know, they lose the possession and the opportunity to take game one against a ferocious Golden State Warriors team. That cost the Cavs ultimately a lot of momentum and the series. So here's what I'm telling y'all. We cannot go into this school year losing momentum from the jump. We can't do it. Like, I don't know how you ended last year. If you ended it at home, if you ended it, sleeping on the couch, half sleep in your robe because of the pandemic. But a lot of y'all are going back to school. And so we have to refresh how we approach this level of excellence that we're shooting for. Okay, so it's knowing where we are, knowing the score, applying the ABCs of success. And that is asking, believing, and conceiving it. We need to ask what we want out of ourselves. We need to believe that we can actually make it happen. And then we need to conceive it, the ABCs of success. Ask, believe, conceive it. But then we need to make adjustments. And those adjustments is understanding you are where you are. Like, you are where you are, right? Last year was a struggle. You struggled. Maybe you won last year. Like, right? I'm going to even say that some of y'all might have actually killed last year and the pandemic worked out for you. So you killed last year. But the truth is that year is over. So now we need to make adjustments going into what we're about to enter. And that is another grading period. That is another expectation level. That is new curriculum. That is different students, a new teacher. We got to make the adjustments. We can't go into something thinking that it's the same level of energy that we can commit. Listen, I'm going to keep going back to the basketball idea, right? Because I love hoop. My son, he's 8 years old. He plays basketball. And so one of the things he has to understand is in the first game of an AAU tournament, your team might be a little slow to adjusting, right? Vis-a-vis, in comparison to juxtaposition to the first grading period, right? The first grading period, you may be a little bit slow to get yourself going. But the truth is that you have to eventually make an adjustment, because as you understand that, oh my goodness, my teacher's not going for that stuff. It's a little tough. I need to actually make an adjustment. I need to, partner with the tutor. I need to be more vulnerable. And I want you guys to commit to something this year. We're going to ask, believe, and conceive it and practice these ABCs of success. We need to understand that it is going to take us to be vulnerable to reach the level that we are trying to get to reach the panacea, to reach the apex of what we're trying to get to. Because let me tell y'all something. As young men, our greatest stretch between great and greatness is going to be the idea that we can let others know when we're struggling. That is the inches that are going to make the difference. That is the key to what's going to make the difference between making the shift to, this area of I'm doing just okay to now I'm living in abundance when it comes to my grades. And you're going to reach a point even in your adulthood where you're going to know a lot of guys that you go to school with, that you graduated with, and they're going to always be in almost. And the reason is because they couldn't make the adjustment. They couldn't make the shift, right? And so to go from good to great takes a level of vulnerability to talk to your mentors, to talk to your peers, to ask for feedback. Where am I missing it? Where am I dropping the ball? And that takes a level of vulnerability and understanding that when we are vulnerable as young men, it opens the gateway for more information, to connect with other people in a different way, because that's what we need to go to another level. If you are struggling, what is it to struggle and do it by yourself and act like you got it all together? That doesn't make any sense, right? So we need to change something. Your value system is what should drive you, not your friends, not popularity. It is what you're trying to get done. It's what you're trying to get done in life. Like, that's what should drive you. It's not that I have to tell my son that he needs to go practice. His value system is, I love the game. I love to work. I love the struggle. I love to figure it out so I can go to another level. And so I'm telling you guys to recommit to the identity of who you are. What is your value system? What makes you come alive when you think about school, when you think about graduating, when you think about being excellent? Is it just dribbling the ball? Is it just throwing it? Is it just that? Or is it making your mom proud when you cross the stage? Like, it has to be more to this than just this idea of, I'm just going to do okay to get by another year. We're better than that. Pain is temporary. I mean, it may last for a minute, an hour, or a day, even a year, but eventually it will subside and something else is going to take its place. And the thing that you have to know is, if I quit, it will last forever. Like, that's what you have to remember, that this pain, the discomfort is temporary. When you're going into this new year, it's going to feel a little strange, but it's very temporary, okay? And when we talk about pain, we have to talk about this ability for us to hustle, to make the effort play, right? And so when we talk about even on the court, it's diving for every loose ball. Every coach is going to scream and yell at you that when there's a loose ball, that we grab every loose ball, because that means that we get another opportunity to score. So when we say that, we're talking about getting the details of winning right. It's not enough to just be a good three-point shooter. Listen, man, you can switch the ball, you can dribble it, you can go in between your legs, you can do everything you want to do. But the truth is that it's the details, it's the small points, it's the things that separate you from the guy next to you, or that makes your teacher say, he's giving it his all, and he tried everything that he could, and he had an 89% on that test, or whatever it might be. I'm gonna bump him up, to that A, because I'm gonna round his grade off to an A. But if that teacher doesn't see that you're quote unquote diving for every loose ball, that you're giving that effort, then why should she dive for every loose ball and give you that effort? You have to give people the commitment that you want them to commit back to you. Okay. And so that's understanding what our schedule is, prioritizing our the things that are in our schedule. What is important? If everything's important, nothing's important. If everything's important, nothing's important. Okay, write that down. It's better to have a long pencil than a short memory. If everything's important, nothing's important. You have to understand what's the priority. You guys got to also get enough rest, right? This brain of yours, this beautiful mind, it's a wonderful thing, right? Does not function without rest. Like, back to the game. I don't care how in shape LeBron is. LeBron don't want to play 48 minutes. He don't want to do it because he knows that at some particular point that his body's going to give out and he's not going to be his optimal, most effective self. So that goes for you guys. For those who are staying up late and knowing you have to get up in the morning, you listen, some of y'all are old enough, most of y'all are old enough that when you're watching this, you got to check yourself. I can set my own alarm. I can get myself up. I don't need my mother to wake me up. Listen, I make it happen. I don't need my mother to wake me up. I know how to eat right. I know how to take care of myself. Those are the details. There's nothing wrong with dreaming big dreams, but just know that all roads that lead to success have to pass through hard work. They got to pass through adjustments. They got to pass through making a tough decision. They have to, because if you want to get to greatness street, you got to go down hard work boulevard at some point. And sometimes it ain't about being the most talented. Sometimes it ain't about being the smartest. Heck, sometimes it ain't about even working the hardest. Sometimes it's just about flat out consistency. I'm talking about the consistency that McDonald's got. You know that for certain at 12 o'clock, you can stop by McDonald's and grab you a burger. I don't care where you at in America. Matter of fact, around the world, at 12 o'clock, you can stop by McDonald's and get you a burger because they have shown you that we are going to be open rain, sleet, snow, or sunshine. Can I count on you to have that same level of consistency? Can your family count on you? Listen, first off, forget all that. Can you count on you? Can you count on you to have the same level of consistency from day one to the end of the school year? That you may start off hot, but what is it going to take? It's a lot of guys who may come from the G League and the team on a 10-day contract. They may come from the NFL and they may get off the practice squad and make their way. But the truth is, can they stick and stay? Do you have stick-to-itiveness? Like, Ray, can you sit there and have stick-to-itiveness and say, the energy that it takes to make it happen here is the same energy that I can make happen at the end of the year? Can you do that? Because the most important thing is this, and listen to me, beloved, to be able at any moment to sacrifice what you are for what you will become. And so if you want to be great, can you separate from where you are and go to another level? There are levels after levels after levels, right? And then lastly, and I'm going to leave you guys with this. Listen, man, we have to listen to the coach, right? We got to listen to the coach. The coach in our life, if we don't listen to the coach, then what they there for? What are they there for? We have to listen to the coach. Right now, I am an interim coach. I'm standing right here as somebody who's looking to help you build legacy, right? See this on my shirt? I'm trying to help you build legacy, right? I don't want to be the smartest person I know. Because if I'm the smartest person I know, there's a problem. And if you're the smartest person in the room, most of the time, you're probably in the wrong room, right? If you're always leading your friends, then what friends are you around that are help leading you to the next level, right? What mentor do you have? Who are you placing in your life to hold you accountable? What are you doing that it takes to actually say, I don't have it all figured out. I don't have it all together. So you know what? I'm going to allow you to speak into my life, even if it makes me uncomfortable, even if it means that you're asking me to do things I don't want to do. I'm going to give you that space in my life to do that. I purposefully, dog, to be honest with you, like I surround myself with people who know more than me because, to be honest with you, I don't know everything. Like I've had mentors who have pushed me into places that I didn't want to go in, who have challenged me, in the area of my finances, who have challenged me in the area of my education, who have said, man, listen, like if you talk about this greatness thing, man, like you talk about, that you want to, move your family to a different level. But I'll be honest with you, Chris, like I don't see you making those type of moves, man. Like, what are you gonna do in the next couple of years? Because no matter what, 4 years is gonna pass by. Are you gonna go get a degree? Are you gonna fix your credit? Are you gonna fix your finances? Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And that challenged me. And so instead of me running away and saying, nah, bro, like you don't know what you're talking about, cuz like I got this together. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know my business. You don't know where I'm from. What I did was I heeded their advice. I said to myself, you know what? Something about what you said resonates with me. Something about what you said actually sticks with me. And there's some truth to that. And you know what? I'm gonna honor that. I'm gonna do what I can to honor what you said, and I know I might not be used to, hearing men, give me tough talk or, hearing women give me tough talk. I may not be used to that. But you know what? Something about what you said seems like you're trying to honor me, seems like you're trying to help me grow, seems like it's love in what you're saying. So I'm not gonna push you away. I'm gonna love you through that. And thank you. And I'm gonna honor you by putting my best foot forward and showing you I can do it. The reason is because, man, I'm intoxicated on success. I will do what it takes to drive myself to winning at life. Like, that's me. I promise you that's me. I take a risk. I don't care nothing about what people think about me. Like, the biggest thing holding anybody back is the perception of what others think about you. When you disconnect from this identity of what other people think about you, then there is much greater success, more peace, more passion, more happiness, more life, more love. When you disconnect from what other people or even considering what other people think about you will live a greater life than most of anybody you know. So here's the thing we gotta say to ourselves, and I want you guys to write this down, write it on your journal, write it on the cover of your journal, write it on your hand, write it on your forehead. I believe, I will, I win, and I achieve. I believe, I will, I win, I achieve. And when you can do those things, along with the ABCs of success, I'm telling you that you are posed for a greater year. People have not seen the greatness that is about to come out of you. And as I close right now, I am telling you, beloved, everyone that's watching me, everyone that will watch this, there is greatness in you. The destiny that is within you is going to loosen the chains on the generations that have preceded you, whether it's financially, spiritually, mentally, that your last name is going to effectively change starting this year, that your family will see your passion towards excellence, and you are going to be the one that raises the bar. No longer will they sit there and settle for baby hurdles. No, you are an obstacle jumper. You are an overcomer. I'm telling you right now, I'm planting the seed in your mind that whatever you want in this world, that you can go get it. There's nobody stopping you but you. And I'm telling you the truth that nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save us. You are your own life raft. Blow it up, blow yourself up. Have an amazing year. I love y'all. Thank you so much for having me.